Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody that has made occasional appearances as of lately, but is a long time friend. Nita VR Vlogs, used to be called Nita VR Designs. We just saw them in Pete's premiere half an hour ago. Scratch and PPA, of course, in the pole position on our Wheel of Doom, is a beloved and dedicated moderator, a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and we were just over there. So it's good to see you here. Thank you, Nita VR Vlogs, for coming back in. It's been a little while since they've posted as far as videos go, but they let us know they're bringing us shopping, vlogging, lifestyle, travel, and more. Well over 2,000 subscribers now. When we look at their shorts videos, we see these have gotten into incredible numbers at 39,000, 60,000, one over 150,000, which is great to see. And then a couple of live streams that they've experimented with in the past. We'll keep an eye on that channel with their notification bell, like we do for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. So I hope everybody will connect with Nita VR Vlogs. They have been a friend of, I've lost track of how long. It might be 3 years by now. Intro to Mills, good to see you in the house. Rebel Canners is here as well. John123 and Butler Family Farm were both early in the door, along with Dutchfly61 and Prez the Investor. They are on the wheel with Rushing Wind Mountain and Wheat's Art, which is Wheat and Shaw with a special art channel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then after a long period of time, I'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged, in conversation over the course of the stream. Chelsea Gainey, good to see you in the house. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everybody. Prez the Investor's coming up right now. I know Kermidge Alaska is here. Life in the Piedmont Homestead was early in the door. And Super Rainbow Queen is a longtime friend as well. So let's see what Prez the Investor has got to say about our finances. And I'll just remind everybody that Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He is another beloved and dedicated moderator, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. He always sends his regards on the days he can't be here just due to a work schedule. And we usually don't stream on Tuesday mornings. I had a rare opportunity to be able to stream today, and the internet, even where I am, was giving us trouble over the last couple of days, so we were delayed. So I appreciate everybody's patience. Prez the Investor is going to talk about our finances, particularly when it comes to the idea of the stock market or ETFs. He's very forthcoming about his own portfolio, stock plays, and recommendations. And he will talk about a lot of the technical aspects. In layman's terms, talking about dollar cost averaging, dividends, and things like that. I'm just going to grab his latest video from a couple of days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up. I use that playlist for that reason. It's just got a fun name, but playlist can be a great tool for that type of thing. Prez the Investor posts frequently, as you can see, and then shorts on the channel as well have started to move into 500 and 600 views and beyond. Live streams on the channel are frequent also. He's on almost every day, I believe, and I've caught him many times, sometimes with a guest, sometimes he's got charts and graphs for us to see, and he will give us the his ideas about the stock market and investing in general in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. We met him through Lisa J. Stocks, who is in the house. I'm going to get her onto the wheel because she happens to be a member. And then we'll spin again right away. Angelic Warrior 37, aka Mrs. M, good to see you here. MLY Bird Farm, good to have you in the house as well. And Jesse Miller, unboxings and more. Good to see you in the house. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know we usually don't stream at this time, but thank you for being here. I always appreciate every moment. I know not everybody can be here every single day, and certainly not for hours at a time every time we stream. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, our fellow Canadian, Shades of Grey is in the house as well. I've got them both on the wheel, and we're spinning, and we're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain in a moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And the Gambler After Dark, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Rushing Wind Mountain is up on the screen right now. Sometimes in the chat you'll hear or see different creators refer to each other by their first name. Ruby is who we know as Rushing Wind Mountain. This is another friend of what I believe is getting on 3 years as well. They get over 3,500 subscribers now, and they are bringing us nature and wildlife videos from the Pacific Northwest. Usually when we look through the videos on this channel, we're going to find a mix of pleasing audio, pleasing visuals to go along with that, almost in an ASMR type of category, if we want to say that. So you get an idea by the thumbnails, but there's also a lot of wildlife on the channel as well. I haven't seen this latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list again. If we dig through the shorts, we're going to find more wildlife, and if you dig through enough of these, you're going to find some humorous moments as well. These have done really well, getting into 11,000 views on a couple of them, one over 16,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are something they've experimented with, both in horizontal and portrait modes, and we'll keep an eye on the channel. We always put notification bells on for everybody, and that's so that we can catch as much content from each other as possible, and then in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. It's the Bankroll is here to help us with our finances as well, and the Stock Explorer is in the house, a member and moderator, who's going to give us some further information about stocks and crypto. And then, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat as long as everybody is still active. We should get around to everyone. King Morgan, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And we've just started, so we expect to be here for almost 3 hours. We can stay that long if everybody would like to. Izzy Scott Designs, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And let me get you onto the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. The Stock Explorer is already coming up, so look at that luck, Nora. Hope you can bring some of that luck to Dogecoin, Doge to the moon, right? And then I can't help myself but to say that every time I think about Nora. Indiana Backyard Gardener, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I feel like I missed another channel sliding in here, so forgive me if that's the case. Yes, Red Hot Reactions, Steve is here. Good to see you in the house from the UK. Now, Nora is also going to help us with stocks and crypto, talking about finances. They've really expanded the content on their channel in over a long period of time. They've been with us for about 4 years now, or close to it. They're almost at 2,100 subscribers, and the Stock Explorer is going to talk about stocks and crypto in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They will bring us everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics like NFTs and options trading is what I mean to say. Now, when we dig through their videos, we're often going to see this creator with product in hand. Sometimes they're talking about stocks. It's interesting to go back. I recently rewatched this NVIDIA video. I just wanted to hear what they had to say, and they were talking about AI 2 years ago, which is now on the tip of everybody's tongue every day, which was interesting for me to know. And then occasionally they'll bring a little bit of variety into their videos as well. They've got shorts on the channel. This is where real variety hits the channel, but one of these has got over 10,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel are frequent. Sometimes they're talking stocks and crypto here, but they've really expanded into a lot of friendly conversations with StreamYard panels. I joined them on their channel once for a 2-hour conversation about YouTube. They got lots of guests that join them, and then they've been doing a lot of lottery ticket scratching as well lottery ticket scratching battles with other creators, and those can be pretty exciting as well. So hopefully everybody will check these out. Nora often has a lot of Happy Mail and other product reviews, and then a second channel, as a matter of fact. Here they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Tropical Buzz is a second channel where Nora wants to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves. They happen to be in Florida, so they got a great climate, and they've got some shorts on the channel as well. It's been a while since they've posted here, but we want to make sure we got the notification bell on for every channel so that when they post again, we're ready for it. And then the Newest Maniac, yes, thank you for the super chat. It's unfortunate too. I think they only lost by 1 point too, right? If I'm not mistaken. So Florida took the Stanley Cup this year. But of course, lots of our Canadian friends like the Numismaniac would have been hoping to see a win for Edmonton. And then, hopefully I'm not missing anybody else in the house. I know just Jason Keto and more came in. I just dropped them onto the wheel. And then, the Stock Explorer made a good trade on Uber, which is great. I still have not dipped my toe into the world of stocks, which is kind of surprising to myself that I haven't done that yet, but I did get farther into crypto lately. I'll talk about that eventually on the channel as things start to materialize there. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. I'll get them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And one of our longest standing members, The Amazing Sylvia, who's been with us from the beginning, is also in the house as well. Her channel is just exploding. We'll talk about that when it comes up. And Michael's Adventures did make it in. He is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and like I said earlier, along with Scratch and PPA, two of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of 7 years now. And Michael's Adventures will always send his regards on the days he can't be here, but he tries to be here for every stream possible outside of his work schedule, of course. Gail at Night, good to see you here. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. You can take just Jason Keto and Moore's spot. He's going to be put up on the screen right now. And we'll see what he's got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Yeah, something's up with me today. It must be because we're at a different day and time. My mind is not straight for some reason. It's fine, nothing's wrong, but I feel myself just not even tired, just not thinking so clearly. I forgot a few things today. The Numismaniac will be the next channel that we look at. Forgive me for that. The Skipper, I've probably done that to you more than once as well. We always put members, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when that happens. So we should have looked at the Numismaniac. We'll do that in a quick second here. And then Travels and Gardening with DJ, good to see you in the house, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So when we look at Just Jason Keto and more, he's got an exciting premiere coming up with a friendly face on our premiere and as a guest on his channel. He has lots and lots of guests, and the goal of the channel is to help people with healthy eating and healthy living, motivate and inspire, and he's got a lot of guests that will share their life experiences. So Consume the Goodness is somebody that we've known for a while now, several months. They're here in Tuber Chat frequently, and we're going to get a chance to talk to them about their life experience with healthy eating and healthy living with Just Jason Keto and more, and that is going to be on Thursday night, so that will be cool. He goes live every Thursday, and typically at 7:30 Eastern. If he does not do a live stream, he tries to fill in with a premiere, and then once in a while he'll drop an extra cook-along live stream. We've seen a couple of these right now, occasionally with a multicam setup as well. While he's live, like I said, he's sometimes got guests with him. He's got a vibrant community that will chime in when we have questions and comments in the chat to inspire and motivate us for healthier eating, healthier living. He's also got shorts on the channel that have done incredibly well, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views, one over 22,000, which I've seen. And then when we get into videos, this is where the variety happens on the channel. Lots and lots of recipes. Occasionally he'll give clips of these StreamYard panels or live streams with videos featuring the guests and their life experiences. He's got a lot of product reviews, so him and his community can help us understand the ingredients that we're going to see marketed towards a keto-based lifestyle when we hit the grocery store or health food stores. Once in a while he'll take us out for an extra excursion or do a different product review on the channel, and he's willing to head hundreds of miles away to bring us informative content from other influencers in the keto world, like at Ketopalooza. He's expecting to be back there this year. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. I've already got my notification on for this Thursday's premiere, which will be with Consume the Goodness, and it's great to see people collaborating together. It's one of the biggest and fastest ways that you can grow your channel legitimately, because whenever your channel is featured on someone else's, you're almost guaranteed to grab an extra few subscribers, if that makes sense. And then thank you, Rebel Canners. We've been lucky enough to be on a panel in a lengthy conversation once, just a few months ago. Actually, it's probably longer than I think now, but it's great to have you here. So glad I caught you the other day, and thanks for coming back in. And then, yeah, the Numismaniac, have to drop 30 pounds by September. It can be done. I did it a long time ago. You wouldn't know it today, but I did in, I think it was 2009. I lost 30 pounds in 2 months. It really wasn't that hard. And I cheated as much as anybody else, but it was, I did not realize that it was actually almost a keto-based diet that I was following at the time. I was just doing it with a friend. We were both doing it, and a small bit of exercise to go along with it. But 30 pounds in 2 months, felt great, looked great, and didn't hurt at all. The Numismaniac is in the house. And Canadian Family Life has come in. That's Tiffany. I'm going to get that channel onto the wheel, and then we're going to talk about this fellow Canadian from Edmonton. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So what we're looking at is the Numismaniac, and the creator behind this channel is known as the Skipper. When we get here, they're doing something a little bit different lately, but I'm just going to show you. There's a Skipper right there. When I roll over some of the live streams, sometimes he's got StreamYard panels here, and this creator is going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and other collectibles. More information on their About page, of course. And this creator live streams fairly frequently. Lately, it's been just about every week. And then, sorry I missed you yesterday. I don't know how I missed you, but I did. And then the Numismaniac has got StreamYard panels, other influencers there, silver stackers, and people interested in collectibles, particularly numismatics. And then when we get into shorts videos on this channel, one of them's hit 1,700. That one is still get views. I know that one for sure. Videos, he's been doing something a little bit different lately, these Canadian coin challenges, so you have to hit the channel to have a look at those. These are quite short as far as videos go, but I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to put it into my catch-up list, just so I can somewhat keep caught up. I catch these occasionally. And then when we're connecting with creators, typically we're looking for videos that are 3 minutes or longer, so please just take a moment to connect with the Numismaniac. We want to push them towards the 1,000 they're thinking about. They're officially on the road now, and they've got plenty of videos long over 3 minutes to connect with. They've just been doing a couple of series lately, so that's a little bit different. Precious Gems, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to put you on the wheel right now. Like I said, we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And Bella's Whisper Farmstead, I'm not sure if I said hello, but I did put you on the wheel. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat or anyone. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is here. Gail Southern Living, good to see you here. Thank you for coming back in. Yes, Michael's Adventures on a Seafood Diet. I actually am, yeah, I got a bit of a problem with that, and it's getting a little bit urgent, I think, with my weight gain. So I'm going to... I know not everybody's a fan of this, but I am going to water fast again for a few days. I did it once before. I was hoping for 4 days. I lasted 3. And then when I got around to that third night, I couldn't sleep. All I could do, I took melatonin, everything else, exercise in the day. I still could not get to sleep. All I could think about is what was I going to eat on Tuesday morning. So then I said, okay, forget it. I'll just have some toast. That's the end of it. 3-day fast. And then I'll try it again. I'm going to try it again right now and then try to clean up some of the stuff. We joke about the Monster energy drinks that I like to consume 2 a day of, but we all know that that's horrifying, and I got to get out of that, so I think it's going to be sooner than later. But we'll see. Who knows? But we'll try. So I just decided to start today, and hopefully I'll keep at it for a couple of days. Oh, starting Herbalife. Yes, I've heard about that. Yeah, Stock Explorer will remember the last time I did that as well. Talked about fasting, because your body will start to repair itself after a couple of days, and after about, if you can make it past 4 days, then really magical things start to happen. But I'm thinking about that kind of stuff. I'm older than I think most people probably think I am. So it's time to think about that stuff. Twinbrook Acres, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Scratch and PPA is up next. Right before I get to his channel, we're going to go on a break. And right before we do that, I'm going to play for you a clip from a new podcast video series that we've been putting out, or that we have put out. And the first episode of that video series has already been pardon me, I can't think today. The first episode has been published already. The second episode is coming up next week. We're going to put these out once a month on the first Saturday of each month. I've got 2 more episodes recorded, 1 more guest ready to go shortly. These conversations in these videos last between an hour and closer to 2 hours in most cases. All of the guests that have been featured are longtime friends of TuberChat. Quiet listener, I see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Simply Vigo, good to have you here. And on top of the fact that all of the guests featured in our video series have been friends of TuberChat for a long period of time, they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. You mentioned the idea of shorts, so that gives me an opportunity to jump right into that. So, in every one of these interviews, I'm asking about opinions, about shorts, how we can get them to work for us. But you're the first creators that I'm talking to that have broken off into a shorts channel. I also noticed that you took the shorts off of the original channel. I'm assuming you uploaded the same ones over there, and now you have over 350 shorts on that channel. At last look, it was, I think, your fastest moving short video on the shorts channel, which is Unstable TV Shorts, has 22,000 views, and you're already at 768 subscribers. So the biggest thing that I think people are going to be wondering about that is, how do you feel about your decision to break your shorts off into their own channel?
So the reason we did it in the first place was because we felt like the shorts were distracting from our long form videos, because we were getting a lot of views and attention on the shorts. But while we were doing shorts and long form at the same time, it's kind of like the long form was pushed to the back.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So that's the reason why we split off into a shorts channel by itself. So we kind of use that for just, skits and memes and stuff, and then we use it for promotion videos for our main channel as well. Mm-hmm. So you said some of our highest viewed videos on the shorts channel, they are clips from our long form videos with the link to send it back. So We just kind of felt it didn't sit right with our channel to have it all together, so we
Right.
said we'd try and split it and see if it worked.
Yeah, because when we first put them up, we had like you're saying about the YouTube algorithm and stuff, and you know, when you're watching the metrics go up and down. When we start putting the shorts up, the videos that would usually go up and probably after a week they performed the way they done were like pushed to the back. But how we felt from how we were watching our analytics, for anyone watching, do make sure you check the analytics out regularly. It does help.
Yeah.
And there is a research tab as well, so check that out as well. It helps with your channel. So you get an idea where your viewers are coming in and what they're researching as well.
Yeah.
Just a tip for everyone. On the main channel, it didn't sit for us, but even like scrolling up and down and like how it looked, we didn't like it. But we used the shorts as kind of a voice, like, you know, say things you can't really say on the main videos that might not like go with YouTube's policies. Like, we have a lot of fun with like pranking each other and stuff like that. Like, what we have noticed though with our shorts, anything to do with relationships or like pranks wise, that like skyrockets for us.
Wow.
Or if we do like, say like a trending meme, sometimes we might get something and sometimes not.
Yeah.
But we've learned that like shorts really help us have like, you know, them crazy ideas where you just get a bit wild when you're filming on YouTube and you're like, I want to do this, or maybe this might look funny. It's kind of to make ourselves laugh and then just go that direction with it and just come up with crazy stuff then.
All right, we're back and looking at one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube now. He's known as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, and that is Scratchin' Pete PA. Consuming the Goodness, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. We were just talking about your channel with Just Jason Keto and more on Thursday. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I've got quite a few more names on the wheel here. Jennifer Ocean Homestead, I Am Betty J Gathers, Roadkill Gaming, Jory, and Precious Gems have all been added. And as long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. So Scratchin' Pete PA up on the screen right now is closing in on 2,100 subscribers. And this creator's been with us pretty much from the beginning. If you can imagine, after over 700 episodes of Tuber Chat, Scratchin' Pete PA has been with us for almost 700 of them. And what I mean is here for hours at a time. I have no choice but to shake my head and thank God and wonder every day how we could be so lucky to have somebody so supportive with us. He literally supports every single thing I do on every single channel that I touch and has for the last 4 years. So I hope everybody will connect with him if you haven't already, so you can get some of that support coming back to you as well. Scratchin' Pete PA brings an interesting twist to lottery ticket scratching on his channel. We just caught his premiere half an hour ago or an hour ago. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and what he does is pits two lottery scratch tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of last week's video or next week's video if we follow Scratchin' Pete PA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. If you can catch him for one of these premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of the Stock Explorer, Hilda DC, and a few select others. It is very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And some of us literally set alarms on our phones and text each other to make sure we don't miss the premieres from Scratchin' Pete PA. So, as well, his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production almost 4 years ago. He's got presentation on the forefront of his mind always. As you can see, his bright, bold avatar is matched by the content on his thumbnails, and then as well the thumbnails give us a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series, and his banner is updated every single week, if you can imagine that. Now Scratchin' Pete PA also expanded the content on his channel this year when he took a trip to Italy and brought us his very first live stream. So I know a lot of people are excited to know that Scratchin' Pete PA has expanded his content. And then as well, he's got some vlogging style shorts that he brought for us from his trip to give us a look at the different areas he visited, and then some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen as well. And of course, Scratchin' Pete PA is monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats, super stickers, and super thanks after the videos. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratchin' Pete PA. And like I said, we'd love to push him towards that 2,100 subscribers we know he's thinking about. I see Home Bartending with John is gifting a membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And because of that, we're going to put Home Bartending with John up onto the screen right away. And I'm going to not forget his second channel while I do that as well. We always put membership gifters and super chatters on the screen right away. That's why we looked at the Numismaniac earlier as well. So thank you to the Skipper again from Edmonton for another super chat. Home Bartending with John gift and a membership. Both of those creators have done things like that many times before. Consume the Goodness is picking up that gifted membership. So I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then we'll talk about Home Bartending with John. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And home bartending with John, we're going to talk about in 1 second. Pardon me, and I'll be right back. Okay, I was just looking for something. Lester Crochet over a couple of streams, and forgive me, home bartending with John, we're going to get to your channel in a quick second. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Sorry about that. We're going to get to home bartending with John in 1 second here. Lester Crochet was asking a couple of questions recently about reused content on YouTube. We know a lot of channels. I don't mean we as in me and Lester Crochet. I know of a handful of channels that have been demonetized because of it. None of mine, none that I work on or touch or anything like that, but friends, let's say. And we hear about these kinds of things, but Lester Crochet was asking about this, so I looked it up and here it is. So when we talk about what does reused content mean, this is right from Google, right? And this is where they talk about the ideas that give us clarity to a point about reused content and what it means so that we can avoid doing it, let's just say. So I'll leave it to everybody to read this. Actually, let me drop the link to the article if you want to get to that yourself. And I'm just looking for something that I was mentioning to them the other day. For some reason, I thought I saw the word repeatedly used in here. That was going to give us an idea about the fact that reusing content may not be the worst thing in the world if you're doing it once, but to do it repeatedly is a problem. Now, I might be mistaken, so forgive me for that. I was certain that I saw it on this page, but I'll leave it to you to read the whole thing. I'm trying to scan it, and I can't find it there. Yeah, I'm mistaken. So anyway, I'll leave it to everybody to read this, but it talks about the idea behind reused content because it's been such a big topic lately. And forgive me because I'm missing everybody's. Oh, pardon me. I'm missing anything on in the chat that anybody might be saying. If anybody needs me to clarify anything or talk about anything particular, just please mention it in the chat. We don't do any links. Everybody's channel is their name here in the chat. I know people often say, like, you know, what's your YouTube channel? But it's the name that we see. So Michael's Adventures is actually, Michael's Adventure is a little tougher to find. So maybe in his case, I will, pardon me, drop the link. I forget about that actually because there's quite a few Michael's Adventures. We're going to talk about home bartending with John. He's got a couple of channels in a quick second. Oh yeah, Kermidgeon, Alaska. That's probably asking to be hit for reused content, but it probably depends on reporting too. The other thing that we can do, if you have, I don't want to recommend this, but as an idea. We all should look up what Creative Commons actually means. But my understanding of it is that you can make content that therefore anybody can use after without a problem. But there is scam after scam after scam online where people are able to take things, including music in the YouTube music library, put it online and publish it as if it's theirs, and then go back and copyright claim against other people. And, you know, there's tons of that, I'm sure. Copyright strikes can happen because of it as well. And then, while reusing content in shorts might be looked at a little bit differently because YouTube encourages it. And there are lots of services out there now. Like, so for instance, Lester Crochet was talking about the idea of reused content and whether it affects us when we do StreamYard panels, like what Home Bartending with John has done here, if I understand right. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Lester Crochet. So StreamYard has a feature that allows you, if you want to, as a host of a panel, to allow everybody to restream out to their own channels, which means you have the exact same content being published on all those different channels. That is not the same as what YouTube is talking about with reused content. So again, I'll refer to everybody to go and look at their article. When a service is out there, or multiple services, because there's other ones that do that kind of thing too, I understand that when there's services that are allowing this thing, you have to know that they've worked with YouTube to not violate terms and make sure they're not jeopardizing people's channels and things like that. That's not to say that that's for sure, but it's just an idea more than anything else. And I know I'm getting a little bit far out of context in the original conversation. But when we have things like Opus Clip, which is a new AI system that's made to cut shorts out of your YouTube videos, or YouTube specifically promoting the idea. And the biggest YouTubers who talk about the things we talk about here, like Nick Nimmin and Think Media and Roberto Blake and Sonny Lenarduzzi and of course Tim Schmoyer and Daryl Eves and all these others, when they're recommending to make shorts out of your long form content, YouTube now gives us a tool to direct people to the long form content when you make a short, for instance. So that's an idea. But when there's services like that, you have to know that they're likely safer than anything else. And then Blessed to Crochet, yeah, except for you mentioning that right now, and if it's done with StreamYard the way everybody's doing it, not everybody, but you know what I mean, the way that everybody's doing it, I have not heard of that yet until today. So I would imagine that people would be screaming at StreamYard for that, and YouTube would have no choice but to do something about it. Now, I could be mistaken, of course. I'm not a Google engineer, as we all know. I don't know if I'd believe one if we had one in front of us, but yeah, again, these are just ideas. Best advice I could give anybody, or opinion, is always err on the side of caution. You know what I mean? If you're wondering if something could cause a problem, you don't want to do it. Because, and then yes, Restream is another service that does similar to StreamYard. Thank you for that, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. And then, so reaction videos have always been popular as well. So these are ideas, and you know, there are 50 million channels on YouTube. There's many more now. That means 50 million different reasons why we're all doing it and doing the things that we do. And people look at different aspects of the YouTube journey differently as well. So, you know, to each their own, kind of is the idea. Lewis Acre Farm, Karma, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, yes, Marketplace Boutique, there are settings that allow us to somewhat help if we don't want people to use our content, like turning off the chance to be remixed. But if somebody's really insistent, they know how to just rip the stuff. There's enough websites out there that can rip your YouTube videos. Long form shorts, they save money if you do it. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, Michael's Adventures, less shorts. If they were 15 seconds, you get, what, 12 in a 3-minute period. If you make them a minute long, you're only getting 3. Lil Susie Chihuahua, good to see you. Pardon me, Lil Lucy Chihuahua, thank you for coming in. I'm not sure if you're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And then, yeah, Gail Southern Living, myself too. I haven't done any StreamYard panels where they've been sent out to other channels. So that's a consideration. If I was ever going to explicitly let somebody use my content, I'll give you a hint, right? So, for instance, this video series that has come out now, how to get 10,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel, which we're posting. What I expect to do is offer each of the guests the opportunity to have a 3-minute segment, just one topic for a moment that they could post on their channels if they wanted to, because it was suggested by one of the creators. However, what I will do is I will double cover my own channel by making sure that I put up a private or unlisted version of that exact clip, so that I cannot have any opportunity to have a copyright strike, and nothing could ever be used maliciously. So that's an idea. I know I'm getting way off of the basic topic that we're speaking of. But Blessed to Crochet is going to send me what they've seen, and I'll appreciate that greatly, because, you know, I've been corrected many times over the years on Superchat, and my what I don't want to say goal, but what I aspire for here is to learn as much as I can from other creators with channels of all sizes, so that we can all use that information added to what we already know and what we're going to continue to learn, so we can make the best decisions for our channels and our videos, myself included. Junebug77, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And that's the thing, yes, Angelic Warrior 37 is right. YouTube does not give us a lot of clarity when it comes to why they do some of the things that they do. Thank you, John123. We'll get back to channels in a quick second here. And then absolutely, yeah, Gail Southern Living does tons of StreamYard panels. She's featured on a million other people's channels, literally, that all are doing the StreamYard system where they're sending it out to other channels. So I don't want to recommend it, because I try not to recommend almost anything, because if somebody getting in trouble for anything, you know, I don't want it to be my fault, of course, or our fault. But when we think about the idea of StreamYard, thousands, if not millions of channels are using that thing to do exactly what we're talking about. So I wonder if there's something different that had been done that caused problems. But YouTube also lets us know occasionally there's false positives in the system too, which I roll my eyes at and I'm literally like furious and full of rage over. In 2024, there should not be problems where YouTube says, well, we know we might make a mistake and accidentally take your channel, but, you know, that's the way it goes. And I don't think that's fair, but I'm not going to rant about it too long. Rebel River Cats, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Home Bartending with John is up on the screen right now. This creator has a couple of different channels, and this one here is a one-of-a-kind. Actually, they're both one-of-a-kind in the Tuberchat family. What John is going to do here is teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he does show us what it takes to keep a bar like this replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of our favorite cocktails. He also does series where he'll bring us low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails, as they're called, and he gives us various variations in the recipes when he gives us different types of drinks to make as well, a lot of the time. And sometimes he'll do comparisons when he's doing reviews. These can be really helpful, as most product reviews will help us from spending money and finding out we don't like something before we get to it. He can give us an idea as to whether we might like something, and he does a lot of these. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 8,000 views now. This one's still getting views. A couple others over 1,000 and 2,000 there. And then live streams are something he's done in the past. We'll see if he's going to pick those back up. We got notifications on for all channels. I'm going to show you his second one right now. The Pipe Guy is where Home Bartending with John brings us a really interesting type of content here. So I'm going to drop the link for this channel just because it can be difficult to find. The Pipe Guy has 37 subscribers, but what he's doing is making industrial pipe lamps or other industrial pipe art on this channel, and you get an idea of what he's doing with the shorts here, as well as one video so far. So hopefully everybody will support Home Bartending with John on both of these channels. I'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel ready to go. Thank you, Comidget Alaska, and thank you, Lil Lucy Chihuahua. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And then, yeah, Blessed to Crochet. So I absolutely mean it when I say, you know, I try not to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their channel. I don't often recommend things unless, you know, it's completely safe and this and that. But when we talk about these ideas, I want to know as much as anybody does, you know, especially because as the host of Tuberchat, I can spread the word when we hear about positives or negatives and things like that, right? But I also want to know. I, you know, have a few of my own channels now and run a few more as well. So we're all anxious to learn, I'm sure. Herman the Great One, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. He is a longtime friend. Herm the Great One. That's Herman the Great, a long time friend. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming into the chat. If anybody needs me to clarify anything or missed something, just please let me know in the chat with 3 thumbs up or at mention. Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. Dutchfly61's up now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Dutchfly61 is another one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. They're bringing us skywatching from the Netherlands. They got 1,500 subscribers right now, and they post occasionally, so they've got an interesting, different video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Once in a while, they do something a little off the rails from their typical content, but you can pretty much get an idea of what you're going to see from the titles of the videos, and you can see they've been at this a long time as well. They've got a few shorts here also. Very first one they put up got about almost 4,000 views at the time. It's still climbing, and then they've got a few more here as well, so hopefully they'll continue to post, and those will continue to grow as they bring out more and more. So hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat again. I'm going to try to move things a little bit faster now. That's Dutchfly61. We'll spin the wheel, see who's coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And thank you one more time, Home Bartending with John, for that gifted membership as well. He's done things like that before. He happens to be a silver member. We see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he's here, even though he's here almost every day. Oh, M&T Living It, good to see you in the house. I'm not sure if I know I said hello earlier. I don't know if I quickly noticed the name change, so forgive me for that, but good to see you here. Coastal Water, a long time dear friend, and then Consume the Goodness is a channel we're still getting to know here in the Tuber Chat family. They've been with us for a few months now, but we're going to get to know them a little bit better. But somebody who wants us to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. When we look at Consume the Goodness, we see they're approaching 1,200 subscribers, and they've been posting fairly frequently, usually at least once a week. I'm going to take the latest video, put it in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, and then we're going to look at shorts on this channel. Some of these have done really well. 12,000, 18,000, one over 45,000, and then live streams on the channel as well, where they're bringing these out almost once a week, sometimes more often. So we'll keep an eye on the channel, see when she's going to do more of these, and we've got notification bells on for every channel. That's in the spirit of catching each other as often as we can. So let's spin again. We'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat, Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Wheat's Art is up right now, and this is a special art channel from our friend Wheat and Shaw, and what we're looking at here is 224 subscribers, and this creator not only features the art that they make, but also the tools that they use to make that art. So hopefully everybody will join them. I see they got a brand new video. It's perfect to connect with because it's just over 3 minutes. And then thank you, Michael's Adventures. They're off to work for it today, but they're going to be off for a few days, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Wheat's Art. I've got this latest video in my catch-up list there. Let me just double check that I did that. Yes. And then we're going to look at some shorts on the channel as well, and these feature some of the art that they're talking about here. They've also got a little bit of this on their original channel, and I'll show you that in a second. 1,200, 2,900, Wheat and Shaw. brings pure variety. It can be quite edgy, but amusing, of course. And when we look at this channel, this creator's approaching 700 subscribers. They give us an idea of what to expect on the About section here. They've got some shorts as well. These have gotten into almost 4,000, one over 5,000 views. And then when we look at live streams, we see that they're live frequently, and these are usually at least once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Wheaton Shaw and his Wheat's Art channel. They're here with us just about every single stream as well. And then thank you, Chelsea Gainey. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. And Grow Big TV is Garden State Gardener with a second channel. Good to see you here. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Leonard Mountain Homestead. Pardon me, I'm not sure if it's Leonard Mountain Homestead or Leonard Mountain Homestead. Feel free to correct me, because I'd love to pronounce it properly, and forgive me if I asked you that before already. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is going to be the next channel that we look at. What we're going to do right now, though, is take a quick break for 3.5 minutes. When we come back, we'll look at that channel, and in the meantime, I'm going to add one name onto our Wheel of Doom from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation so far over the course of the stream. Leonica Lofton is in the house, and Infinity Girl Gamer 20 is a longtime friend as well. She's been with us for well over 3 years, I believe. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I wiped a few names off of the wheel. I do that every hour or so. Leonard Skinner. Okay, yes. Leonard Mountain Homestead. Thank you for that. I'm going to add, I said I was going to add a name from our chat list. I haven't done that yet. I'm doing it right this second. Indiana Backyard Gardener is going to be added to the wheel right now. Occasionally, at least once an hour, I add a name to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Jennifer Ocean Homestead comes to us from New Brunswick and brings us homesteading content with 347 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 400 we know that they're thinking about. And they typically bring us outdoor content on this channel more than anything else. They'll take us into the greenhouse as well. I see they got a brand new video, a long garden tour. I'm going to put that video into my catch-up list. That'll be great for some watch hours there. You literally get a watch hour from me on that one. Ree's Blissful Connections, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. Those of you I waved to in the chat during our break there. And then when we look at Jennifer Ocean Homestead, we're going to see a small bit of indoor content, but it's mostly outdoors like I was talking about. And in the greenhouse as well, when we get to shorts videos on this channel, they've gotten into 7,000, even 10,000 views, which is great to see. They'll give you more information about their YouTube journey and the story behind the channel on their About section here. And like I said, they're another fellow Canadian. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jennifer Ocean Homestead and push them towards that 400 subscribers we know they're thinking about. Leonica Lofton just dropped a super chat, so we're going to put that channel up on the screen right away. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel after we look at I Am Betty J Gather's channel. Leonica Lofton is at 1,350 or so subscribers right now, so we'd love to push them towards the 1,400 we know they're thinking about. And this creator is going to bring us gaming reviews, online shopping, and much more. A mix of inspiration, entertainment, and a whole lot of fun. They've got a few videos here. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 1,900 views and beyond now, which is great to see. And then live streams where they're live more frequently than anything else. They've been on a few times. I've been lucky to catch them a couple of times already. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. We got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Love the Land Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Leonica Lofton is somebody who's been with us for a few months now. I'm still getting to know the channel, but looking forward to them posting some more videos as well. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that before, and we always put super chatters on the screen right away as soon as that happens. Now we're going to look at I Am Betty J Gathers, one of our longest standing members here in the Tuber Chat family, and this is somebody who's responsible for us gaining literally hundreds of thumbs up in the Tuber Chat live streams because of her friendly and energetic reminders. I Am Betty J Gathers is always smiling, always laughing, and just look at the excitement in this creator. I'm going to put this video on my catch-up list right now. She's been doing a ton of vlogging lately. She typically talks about living her best life over 60, but I find that all of her content can relate to anybody. She does a lot of StreamYard panels as well, has a lot of guests on her channel. I've got notifications on for a ton of these that are coming up, one of them tomorrow, so hopefully I'll catch you for that. And then she's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's got lots of shorts have done well at 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000 views. And then she posts frequently as well, several times a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers, an incredibly supportive creator. And Consume the Goodness, thank you so much for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know Rob and Sarah will be happy to have that from Kermadjin, Alaska. They might not be here right now. Pardon me while I catch up with the chat a little bit. Destination Fun is in the house. Good to see you here. Another longtime friend. our cruising and travel channels. There's always been cruising and travel channels, but there was an influx about a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago now, when things opened up in the travel and cruising scenes. Let's just say we weren't able to get a lot of that content for a while. And then now we're lucky enough to be able to. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Butler Family Farm is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then when we look at Butler Family Farm and I Am Benny J Gathers, both, we see that these channels are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then Butler Family Farm is going to bring us a unique bit of content on their channel. We typically talk about a lot of homesteading here. We had an influx of homesteading channels almost 3 years ago. That continues to grow today. But I group a lot of channels together in that category. We talk about farming, ranching, gardening, sometimes even fishing, as well as camping and other outdoor type ideas, because the content is so similar and the mentality of the creators is similar as well, wanting to share knowledge and resources with others. So Butler Family Farm is unique and that they bring us 116 acres of farming goodness on their channel. They have got a lot of livestock. They've got some bees on the channel. They've had to move things around with those a couple of times, so it's interesting to learn and know. They've got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, as well as cats and dogs. And Jerry and Susan will bring us into their home as well as around their property to do all of the different things that they have to do to look after this 116 acres. They bring us indoors as well and show us how a lot of do-it-yourself videos, a lot of things are done through do-it-yourself videos. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here outdoors and put that in my catch-up list. Jerry sometimes working in the shop as well. And these creators are also known to head out to a lot of meetups with others. They do StreamYard panels on their channel. We will be introduced to lots of friends. There's Gail Southern Living right there. Lots of friendly faces or familiar faces in a lot of their StreamYard panels. But they head out to some of these big Ozark meetups and the Mid-America meetup that they've streamed for us a couple of times now. And then sometimes they just meet up with a few creators at a time as well. They got a couple special live streams. Now they're on every Monday, but they've got a wedding anniversary stream coming up on Thursday. That is going to be a tough one for me to catch, but I can try. I got the notification on for that. I typically work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday during the day. But 40 years is quite an accomplishment. So we see that they're together all the time, especially if you get them for the Monday night stream. Sometimes they're just themselves talking to us, keeping up with the chat, but they often have StreamYard panels there, and I've joined them even a couple months ago as well. 10,000, 12,000, 25,000 views on some of these shorts that bring more variety to the channel, but typically it's farming and homesteading content and a chance to get to know Jerry and Susan. Oh, was I mistaken? Is it on, what do you say, on Saturday? Am I mistaken, Butler Family Farm? Or are you talking to somebody else? Next month. Yes, okay, next month. Pardon me, Butler Family Farm. For some reason, I was warning everybody today something is up. I am not thinking clearly. Yes, July 27th. Okay, so I'll have a better chance of catching that. Love the Land Homestead. I hope I said hello earlier. And Ron's Keto Cafe is here. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I know I missed a couple of things in the chat as well. Herm the Great gifted a membership, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And Leonard Mountain Homestead will be happy to have that, I'm sure, especially as a new entrant into the Superchat family. That means we're going to put their channel on the wheel right this second, because members always get added as soon as we see them in the chat. And Herm the Great is up on the screen right now because we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as that happens. Social Spectator, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody as long as everybody's still active in the chat. We should be able to get around to saying hello to everyone. Herm the Great is a longtime friend. Herman the Great is how we knew this creator. So they've reset and restarted their channel. We'd love to get them up and over that first 10 subscribers today if we can. Together we travel. Good to see you in the house. And then Herm the Great has got a couple of shorts here to go along with a video. Now, I don't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this video, I'm going to put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on like we do for all creators, and that should make our connection stick. And then hopefully Herm the Great has got our notification bell on as well, but I'm sure that he does, so that he won't miss our further live streams. We're usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And forgive my whining and complaining, but the internet, we expected to stream on Sunday night. The internet was out. And just when I was getting ready last night to do another live stream, the internet went out again. So I've sent my formal complaint into the reception area at the office here, and I'm sure that whatever was causing the problem they're on top of, and things around here should be industrial grade. And then Lewis Acre Farm Karma is up on the screen now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you ever watch the end of it doesn't have to be the end of a series, but like the end of a reality television show where somebody gets taken off the show, you often hear them say, well, I learned a lot about myself. And you hope that that's true, right? We all learn about ourselves over a lifetime, but I think it takes conscious effort to want to know what you're like, because it's not, I can't know what it's like to listen to me blabber on for hours at a time. And I've always, I didn't know when it started, but I must have always been this way where I just, repeatedly talk nonstop for hours. It doesn't end after Tuber Chat. But I wonder about that, so I have asked a couple of times to Kristen, my love, of course, and my other family members and things like that, whether I whine and complain all the time. And I know I don't do it all the time here on Tuber Chat, but I promise you, I am an expert when it comes to whining and complaining and outright snapping about things. I have my own opinion about how the world should work, and I insist that I'm right in most cases. So thank you for that, Herm the Great. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is up on the screen right now. This is somebody who we have come to know over the last many months as well. Lewis Acre Farm Karma is also out there supporting other creators, and I have run into them repeatedly. So they've got quite a bit of information on their About page in Southwest Idaho. They are bringing us homesteading content, of course. And I've talked about this because we get a lot of outdoor content on this channel, a little bit of mix of indoor content as well. But it's the similarity in the personality of the creators that makes me talk about these channels all together, whether it's farming, gardening, ranching, homesteading, or other things, because of their willingness and desire to share knowledge with others and with each other. Lewis Acre Farm Karma has got 1,500, 2,500, even 6,100 views on some of these shorts videos, which is great to see. And then they've got a live stream coming up. Now that one is on Thursday for sure. At 3 p.m. So again, might be tough for me to catch, but I'll try. I've got the notification bell on. I've been lucky to catch them at least once so far, and hopefully I'll catch them for more, but we've always got our notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. And then, hopefully, your Southern voice, Gail Southern Living. I don't even find Gail Southern Living to be that think of an accent, in my opinion. They say, I had learned in school, when I was in high school, I used to take classes that you could like either not fail or were really laxed and not difficult to pass, let's just say. So I took a drama class, which I forget about all the time. I forget if it was 10th or 11th grade, somewhere around there. And I remember the teacher giving us a little bit of a lesson and just saying that Canadians, a lot of other nationalities, even our American friends and things like that, have to learn to speak much more like a Canadian voice, because we typically, in the way that the teacher described it, don't have an accent. So if somebody does have what I would consider an accent, because I'm in Canada, of course, they would say, oh, you have a Canadian accent, maybe. But when I watch television and movies, in almost every case, people do not have accents at all to me. And then when I do see something like, there's a bank robbery movie that I really like, and I can never remember the names of everybody. I'm not into like all the actors and everything as much as many people are. It's the one from Boston, Charlestown. But anyway, it was a bank robbery movie, and they have Boston accents, but some of those accents were really thick in that movie. I don't know if they're authentic or if it's the actors doing it, and I could be mistaken. But I know that I just speak endlessly. It doesn't stop, as you can tell. At least for 3 hours at a time here in Superchat anyway. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead is up on the screen. And now I'm starting to ramble even. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is another creator who's with us just about every single day. Kristen is here with Mike, and they've got 1,200 subscribers almost on their channel. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They are a farmsteading and homesteading family located in north central Georgia. I still have to learn. I got family in Atlanta, but I have to learn about the state itself and where everything is. I don't know well enough. And then when we look at Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen, we see that they've got a brand new video here. Lots of outdoor content on this channel as well. Once in a while they bring us out indoors for the barn dominium build. And then shorts on this channel as well have gotten into 2,600 and 3,100 views. Bella's Whisper Farmstead makes an effort, to be here almost every stream. I know we got quite a few friends that are doing that lately, and I don't mention it enough. I'm going to leave a lot of people out if I tried to mention a few channels and this and that, but I really do appreciate it, because some of you will remember that 6 months ago I made a couple of changes to Superchat, the way that the wheel worked and everything else. I vaguely even remember what we did, because we've been doing the same thing for 4 years. And when I made those changes, it changed a bit of what was going on, who was coming, how frequently, and things like that. And I remember very specifically in February putting things back to the way that we're doing them now and saying, I hope that we bring the culture back to Tuber Chat, because, names and channels are going to change. 4 years is a long time. We can't expect everybody to be here 3 or 4 times a week for hours for 4 years, even though a couple people have been, right? But typically people are going to come and go. People have lifestyle changes and different types of things as well. But I very much appreciate how much culture has come back in this community over the last many months, because it's so fun to see everybody together. And forgive me, I'm going to try to get out of the story time mode here, but when I started on YouTube 7 years ago, I had already been on for a couple of years before I started getting introduced to people in the small YouTuber community. That came a couple of years later. And when I was introduced to them, I was overwhelmed by their generosity and willingness for everybody to support each other. But I'll tell you about a feeling that was really awkward to me. And what would happen is we would go into somebody's live stream, very much like this, very much like the Stock Explorer, very much like Scratch and PPA. There would be a lot of familiar faces. You're seeing the same people frequently or all the time. And then all of a sudden the creator would say, okay, everybody, that's it. I got to go, and we'll see everybody later. And then bang, party is over. And that's it. And I was like, oh, what are we supposed to do now? And it was such an awkward feeling before we started doing things like rating, and now YouTube's given us the live redirect and this and that. But I'm sure everybody knows what I mean. Friendships are the number one thing that people in the Tuber Chat family have said is their favorite part of the YouTube journey, and it is for me as well. You know, so it's a lot of fun when we can see each other. You see the conversations happening between each other, the friendships that are building, flourishing, and you know, it gets harder as time goes on. We have so many channels to follow, so many friends to keep up with, but I really do appreciate the culture that everybody's brought back to Tuber Chat over the last many months. Not that it disappeared, it's just that it's been really fun for a long time now. So, Bella's Whisper Farmstead as well is going to bring us live streams, usually once a week, and hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. It's been a long time now, but I've got notification bells on, of course, like for all other creators. Let's spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. All right, Trish the Natural's up here right now. This creator is going to talk to us about natural hair care as well as health, beauty, and lifestyle on this channel. One of the things you're going to notice right away is the presentation on this channel is truly top-notch. Trish the Natural has had a professional look to her channel ever since knowing us here in the Tuber Chat family, and she's been with us for years now as well. You can see that every thumbnail gets a professional look, but these bright, bold headshots are going to make her recognizable, and I think that's going to pay off in the long term for branding. When somebody has recommended a video from this creator and they've already seen one in the past, they'll likely be inclined to click on her thumbnails because she'll be recognizable to them. I'm just going to grab the latest video. It's a lengthy one, but I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. She posts frequently, and this is really cool. Congratulations for this. I'm just reading off the thumbnail, but she said she graduated from Natural Hair Cosmetology School, which is really cool. When I was in high school, I used to go to the cosmetology department to have them cut my hair every couple of months or month or whatever it was. I remember because they did that. I was lucky in my high school. We had an auto shop class, we had a cosmetology department and everything else, so we could get a few things done over there. Trish the Natural is going to talk about much more than natural hair care, but that's typically the focus on the channel, and when we get into the shorts, we see a little bit more variety. Some of these have gotten now into 2,000, 2,100, 2,200 views. Live streams on the channel as well. There's I Am Betty J Gathers. It's great to see creators collaborating together. It's a great way to grow your channel, but hopefully we'll see Trish the Natural live streaming again. It's been a few months. Entertainment and more with DJ still in the house. Rock Chick Beauties here from the UK. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Fairbrick Studio. I cleared a few names off the wheel earlier, but I'll put you right back on now. Let's spin. And yeah, for anybody that's brand new as well, people are typically coming in and out of Tuber Chat's live stream chat here all the time. So when you're connecting with other creators, if you'd like to, absolutely head over to their channel, watch their 3-minute or longer video, do all the things we need to do. The instructions are in our video descriptions, then come back. That's one of the reasons why I push so much for the idea of starting a conversation with a creator as well. You got to make sure they're paying attention and they're here, because people are coming in and out all the time. It's probably been a year since I bothered to look at this particular number, but YouTube had told me a year ago in the analytics that maybe 70% of people here in the Tuber Chat live streams are on their phones, which I was surprising, or I found surprising, and I'm not sure if that's true. Actually, why don't we find out right now? Let's do a poll. We're going to talk about this brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family in a quick second. Rock Chick Beauty is dropping a super chat. She's done that literally a million times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And for that reason, we're going to put Rock Chick Beauty's channel up on the screen next. We always put super chatters on the screen right away when that happens. We'll get back to spinning soon. But let's do a poll, and let's just see for today. Are you using phone? Let's say phone or tablet or computer. Oh, you want to see how to do this? I'll show you how to do this, and then we'll come back to Leonard Mountain Homestead. So this is how I watch the chat. I've got another window, if you can imagine, that I fling this strip out of here and there, this browser. What I'm going to do is click this button here, engage with your audience. You could start a Q&A, which I haven't done here, or a poll. And what we're going to do is say, are you using... I don't have a better way to say that. Thank you, Butler Family Farm, for that super chat, by the way. We're going to put Butler Family Farm up on the screen right after Rock Chick Beauty. And computer, it doesn't matter whether it's a desktop or a laptop. But I'll say, are you using a phone, a tablet, or a computer? I should have tried to be funny and say, or something else. But yeah, if everybody wants to let us know. I'm really curious to know how many people in the Tuber Chat family, while you're here, are using a phone or a computer or a tablet. And then Butler Family Farm, I'm going to get you queued up and ready to go. Now, for Leonard Mountain Homestead, who's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome and have met some friends already. They're actually approaching 1,000 subscribers already. They've been long officially on the road. They got less than 30 to go, which is great. Hopefully we can get you a little bit closer today. And then I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video. I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Chef Mama Bliss is always on the phone 9 times out of 10. Thank you for that. I'll look at the poll numbers in a little while. It's the bankroll still in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Rock Chick Beauty is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Rock Chick Beauty is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat. She's been with us almost from the beginning, which is about 4 years now. But 3.5 years ago, she reset and restarted her channel. And this is a creator who must have wondered, could they come back stronger and more solidly the second time around? And I think you'll find by looking at the channel that's the case. Now, this creator is over 1,300 subscribers and monetized now. And when we look at her channel, we see another creator that brings us professional looks to each of her thumbnails, even though every video gets a different look. The bright, bold headshots will make her recognizable, and again, that will pay off in the long term. This creator talks all things alternative, particularly starting with beauty, getting into unboxing videos, product reviews, and now sponsored videos as well. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's gotten into 2,100 and almost 3,000 views on the shorts. That will likely get there. And then live streams are occasional on the channel. Sorry I've missed you for the last one there. Hopefully I'll catch you again next time. I've always got the notification bell on. Rock Chick Beauty will go live occasionally. I'm just looking for my... I was looking in another window here for the Oh, pardon me, analytics to see if I could figure out where everybody is coming from. And for the life of me, I can't quickly figure out where it was, the setting that tells you what devices people are on. I'll have to look at it another time. But hopefully everybody's reading their analytics from time to time, as often as you can basically stand, so that you can get hold of some patterns that will help you to grow your channel by learning from your successes more so than mistakes. Let's just say we want to find the things that we're doing well and then duplicate that success. Sam's Logs Trains of More, yes, it's been forever. He might be our longest standing official member right now. I think Sam's Logs Trains of More actually is. Pretty close to it. Multi-Hunter 247, good to see you in the house. Glad I caught you for that live stream the other day. Sam's Logs Trains of More is going to be added to the wheel right now, as they happen to be member and moderator. And then Butler Family Farm is coming up next. So what we're going to do right now is go on a break for 3.5 minutes. Thank you again, Raw Chick Beauty and Butler Family Farm, for those super chats. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in a few minutes. What I'm going to do before we go on our break is play for you another clip from our podcast series. These are interviews with creators that have gone on for an hour to 2 hours long. All of the creators featured have been longtime friends of Superchat, literally being with us for years, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So Edna, thank you for all of this. You mentioned comments earlier quickly, and that's one of the things that comes up in every interview. Of course, we're going to talk about likes, views, subs, and everything else, but comments are a very important part of our interaction with our audience. So what can you tell us in your experience of 8 years now about how to entice more comments on your video shorts and streams?
I can't remember who told me this, but years ago somebody told me, I think I was watching like somebody that I always watched, and one of the things that they said to grow your channel was to always give your audience a job to do. Okay. Always give them a call to action, because that's going to keep the people engaged. So if I'm talking about cruising, and then you just kind of have to know how to just ease it into your sentence. So it's like, thanks for watching, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. But then also, if I'm talking about a specific thing like the slot pool, I'll say, have you ever participated in a slot pool? Leave a comment, let me know. And say that, and it's like you're just saying it so naturally that people aren't even realizing that you're making them be engaged, because now they want to tell you their experience. Yes. The slot pool. If I'm doing regular life vlogs, like I'm notorious for not liking to try new things. So everybody's always trying to make me eat new foods, and I'm like, have you ever eaten this? What did you put, we have a big debate about grits. I don't know if you eat grits. The sugar go on grits, sugar or salt. So that's always, give people something to talk about, and they'll have to, give you their experience. Another thing is to sort of have like an intro and an outro. Okay. If I'm doing a live stream or whatever, it's just like, hey guys, come in. If I'm doing a video, it's, hey guys, happy whatever day it is. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. If I'm doing a sit down video, then I say, hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video. Because I feel like a sit down is so much different than a vlog. With the vlog is like me talking to my friends. Hey y'all, this is what we're going to Target today. Let's walk around Target. But if I'm sitting down, that means I'm doing something real specific. I'm only talking about what the topic is. So thank you for clicking this video, because thank you. You have an interest in this particular topic.
All right, we're just about back. Thank you again, Just Jason Keto and More, for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that. Butler Family Farm dropped a super chat. They were actually just trying to snipe our stream boss position, which is under my camera there, that video game life meter. And that is every membership and super chat and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of that stream boss, it's called. And the last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure, but Jerry's done that many times before, so that's Butler Family Farm. And then, yes, I try not, I promise you, I make as many spelling mistakes as anybody else. I never learned properly. I didn't follow through with my typing class when I was in 9th or 10th grade, and I really wish that I had now, because I can type faster than anybody I know, but I make so many mistakes I have to go back, and it makes me just about the same as everybody else when it comes to typing, because I'm on a computer all the time. I happen to be a programmer as well, so I should be able to type faster than I do, just due to the spelling mistakes. So anyway, thank you for that. Just Jason Keto and More gifted a membership. Butler Family Farm dropped that super chat, and our dear friend Sam Slogs Trains and More dropped a super chat as well. He's a member and a moderator, so thank you for that. Yes, we're not suing anyone. We wanted to know what everybody's using as opposed to suing, because then the question would have been, who are you suing, Apple or Google or Tesla if they come out with a phone, or who's it going to be? But thank you everybody for answering the poll. And Dark Swordsman Gaming, thank you for your super chat as well. They've done that countless times before. We'll look at their channel next. We always put super chatters on the screen as soon as that happens, along with membership gifters, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We looked at Just Jason Keto and More's channel earlier, but I'm sure that Jonathan's Guitar and Gear Reviews will be happy to have picked up that gifted membership. Forgive me, Mr. Fulton Mraz, I saw you mention that before. Yes, happy day after your birthday to Caitlin. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend of mine for almost 5 years now, and thank you. Yes, thank you, Butler Family Farm. And then we're going to talk about Sam Slogs Trains and More in a quick second here. So as far as what everybody's telling us in the chat here, the numbers are not too far off of what YouTube had said a long time ago, with about 2/3 of everybody, just under, using phones or tablets. I think I was under the impression it was closer to 70%, but that's not too far off. Whereas I was a little bit surprised because of what we are doing here. It's so much easier, we all know, to mention everybody on a computer. But thank you everybody, because it gives us some insight as to what is happening out there. My flock is everywhere. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for the highlighted milestone message. And Canadian Family Life, thank you for gifting another membership. My goodness. We're going to look at Canadian Family Life in another moment as well. And her husband's channel, Chris's Creation Fun, as well when we get there. Mr. Fulton Mraz will be happy to have that membership, of course. So we'll put them on the wheel right away. My flock is everywhere is going to get onto the wheel as well. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Oh, and then Sam uses, yes, the phone and the tablet, actually. I feel like I knew that. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is back. Shades of Grey still here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to try to speed things up. We're more than halfway through the stream now. We can stay another hour if everybody would like or so. But I'll get through as many channels as we can. So Sam Slogs Trains and More has been with us almost from the beginning. He comes from the UK. He's here as a member and a moderator. He might be our longest standing member. I look at it repeatedly. I'm sure that he is, but I just don't want to say so if it's not the case, but I think so. Backyard Trucker is in the house still, or again, yes, I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now. My flock is everywhere is dropping a super chat as well. They've done that countless times before, so we'll look at their channel right away, actually, after Canadian Family Life. So thank you again for that. I'm going to clean up my wheel here for a moment. And then when we look at Sam Slogs Trains and More's channel, this creator from the UK brings us a bit of a mix. Lots of train videos. The train videos could be of the trains themselves or the stations they depart from. He could be taking a look around or giving us a description or taking a trip, as well as giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More posts frequently. His posting of both live streams and videos has increased over the years, and he's been doing a lot of outdoor live streaming as well. Now, he also does other vlogging, product reviews, and when we see the live streams, we'll see even more variety from this creator. Shorts, of course, have gotten into almost 5,000 views and 6,000 views now, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel. So he'll celebrate milestones. Sorry, I missed this one, Sam, the 2,000 subscriber celebration. I try to make sure I make it for people's either birthdays or monetization celebrations and different types of special events like that as much as I can. But Sam brings us a few different interesting types of live streams. First of all, he'll be outside train spotting, but then as well, he might be giving us a Q&A or a trivia type game, as well as channel updates and a chance to get to know Sam. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And like I said, he's a member and a moderator here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. So thank you again, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And was it just before the 100th, Sam? Later than I thought. I thought it was earlier than that. But you might be right. Yeah, it only really takes 6 months to get through 100 episodes on Superchat. Typically, the Wander Lovers, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Dark Swordsman Gaming is up on the screen right now. They dropped a super chat. They've done that countless times before. They're another longtime friend who's probably been with us about 3 years by now. 165 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know they're thinking about. They post fairly frequently. It's been about a month. We'll see if they're going to do another video, but they have got some live streams here that they've been doing frequently. So almost every day, yes, and lots of popular titles here. Kingdom Hearts, which I think is probably going to go down as my son's favorite game in history. I think this is where we first saw Stardew Valley, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be. Yeah, there it is. Stardew Valley's there. Final Fantasy, of course, has been legendary, and Tomb Raider. All these popular titles. So this creator will stream frequently, sometimes for a few hours at a time, which is great to see. But they're another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who, like I said, has been with us for probably several years now. So thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for the same reason, we're now going to look at Canadian Family Life. They gifted a membership. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen right away when that happens. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So now we're looking at, we're looking at Canadian Family Life. I didn't hit my enter button there. There's Tiffany. And this is another creator that comes to us from New Brunswick. And this is a lot of family togetherness here, along with cooking videos, homesteading type videos, container gardening. And yes, they happen to be Canadian as well. Canadian Family Life will give us grocery hauls on the channel and occasionally take us outdoors. I'm just going to grab their latest video because I missed a couple here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and I see they've got one coming up tomorrow as well. And when we look at this channel, you'll see some of the family togetherness here. We see more of that in the live streams. Occasionally Happy Meal videos. Tiffany's collaborating with all kinds of creators in lots of different ways. 2,500, 2,800 views. One of these shorts is moving again. She's got a few at 25, one at 28, one at 5,500 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are occasional, so I've missed a couple of these too, but I've always got the notification bell on so that I can hopefully catch everybody as often as possible. Tiffany is the creator behind this channel and one of the most fastest running pardon me, one of the fastest growing channels that we've seen in the Tuber Chat family, and I believe the reason for that is because of the overwhelming support that she gives to others and has ever since she's been long before even here in the Tuber Chat family, which is well over a year now. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel. When we look at Canadian family life, you see her husband Chris there as well. I'm going to put his channel up right now. The biggest complaint that I've gotten over the years on in YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our YouTube channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily? And that makes it that much more extra special, in my opinion, when we do have in real life friends and family members supporting each other like this husband and wife combo. Now, Chris's Part of Me Creation Fun has a different type of channel. He brings a lot of do-it-yourself videos and 3D printing. He's done some repairs here on the 3D printer and put together some solar equipment for the container garden. And then as well, he's got some shorts on the channel also that are now moving into the hundreds of views. So hopefully we'll see more from Chris's Creation Fun. He renamed the channel a while ago so he could expand the content here. But you'll see him and Tiffany likely on each other's channels frequently, and they're usually not too far behind each other, even when they're here in the chat. So thank you for gifting that membership, Canadian Family Life. I really do appreciate that extra generous support, and My Flock is Everywhere dropped a super chat right after that, so we've got them on the screen right now as well. String is dropping a super chat also. They've done that before, and I really do appreciate this extra generous support. We'll put your channel up on the screen in a moment. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And we always put Super Chatters on the screen right away when that happens, so My Flock is Everywhere is up. This is a creator that's out there. I think they got a few channels actually, but they focus on this one. They're out there supporting other creators all the time. I've run into them constantly supporting others. They got some interesting videos here now. I've got a notification on for a premiere that you've got coming up tomorrow. And then I've got the latest video in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. When we get into shorts on this channel, we're going to see that this creator's gotten into 100 views and beyond. As they post more and more, those will likely continue to grow. And live streams are frequent on this channel. They are on every few days, actually. Lots of StreamYard panels here as well. And then I've got notifications on for the next few. They're going to be live tonight in another 5 hours or so. So hopefully everybody will connect with My Flock is Everywhere. And thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, they've done that countless times before. Next up is String, and we'll see. I might have to get to this channel by its link. And I'll drop a handle or a link for this channel as well. Oh, goodness. Here's String. I'm just going to drop the link for it, and they've done that kind of thing before as well. And they are working on 8,300 subscribers, which is great to see. And let's have a look at their videos. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've been with us for a couple of months now. I'm just going to grab the latest video, how to get 4,000 hours of watch time. That's going to be helpful. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them, and I'm looking forward to getting to know the channel better. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 800 views, one over 1,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. And they seem to have been live just about daily lately, but every few days either way. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these soon. It's been a couple weeks already. And String, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And hopefully everybody will help push them to their next milestone. I see Wacky Slots and Scratch Charge. Wacky Slots and Scratch Cards has received a gifted membership from our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They've done that kind of thing countless times before as well. So I'm going to look at their channel right now and see what they've got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then next up, our Georgia Suburban Homestead. They've actually got a couple channels for us to look at. And we'll have a look at both of these. They're working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I always appreciate every moment, even if you're just coming by to say hello or give a thumbs up. Wacky Slots and Scratch Cards is here in the house. That's a channel we're still getting to know, but I'm going to put them on the wheel right away because we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Our Georgia Suburban Homestead talks about growing our own food in a residential neighborhood. It is a great form of civil disobedience. It's my favorite part of their About section, but you can read more when you get there. But they have a lot of how-to videos on their channel, and they've been posting frequently as well. I'm going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. It's hard to keep up because they're posting so frequently. But they bring us a mix of outdoor and indoor content like we expect from our homesteading friends. And then when we get into shorts videos, lots of outdoor content here, getting into 5,000, 6,000, even 10,000 views. And then live streams as well. I caught you for this live stream, I thought, right? But I must have gone back. Did I comment, or did my computer crash, or what was I doing? I'm going to rerun that. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead actually has a second channel. I died near-death experiences. Let me see if I can find the channel. Oh, for goodness sake. There it is. Didn't want to come up easily. I'm going to drop the link for this one if anybody wants to grab it. They've changed the name. It'll likely recover in the search results any day now, but it's a popular topic, right, as well. So when we look at this second channel from our Georgia Suburban Homestead, they're talking about near-death experiences, but not just their own. They're also looking for other creators or other collaborators to share their life experiences as well. So I hope everybody will join. I Died NDE. We'd love to push this channel up towards that first 100 subscribers. They're more than halfway there already, but we'd love to get this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter a little bit closer, and then we can catch more of these videos and stories as they come about, not to mention live streams. So I'll be looking forward to possibly guests on the channel, I'm assuming. And then Backlash Fisherman, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Judgment Day Mike Harper, good to have you here as well. And our Georgia Suburban Homestead, thank you one more time for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get one more channel up on the screen before we take another break. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Ron's Keto Cafe is another channel that's going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Ron's Keto Cafe has a ton of recipes on his channel. That's the most prominent thing we're going to find. I'm just going to grab one of the latest videos here. It's a few minutes longer. Every minute matters for watch hours, right? And I'll grab his video, put that in my catch-up list. Thank you, Backlash Fisherman. Yes, I appreciate every moment. And Backlash Fisherman and Coastal Water together have been supporters a long, long time now. Pardon me. And then when we look at Ron's Keto Cafe, we see a creator that's pushing towards 1,800 subscribers. This creator is going to talk about their journey of weight loss. They have lost over 100 pounds. And they talk about that on their About page, which I'll leave to you to read when you get there. Ron has got a lot of shorts now. He wasn't doing these for a long time and started posting almost daily. These have gotten into 800, 900, and almost 1,000 views now. Live streams are frequent, though. He's usually live, I think, a couple times a week, but at least on Tuesdays, I thought it was. Friday morning here. Maybe I'm mistaken. And then hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these, because I can see it's been a while again, but I've always got notification bells on for every single channel. And then Andy's Journeys from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you for another generous super chat. They've done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. That's the next channel we're going to look at. What we're going to do right now, though, is take a quick break. This one's only going to be 3.5 minutes or so. I'm going to clear some names off the wheel for anybody that's not still with us. So for our members that are still listening or watching that haven't been on the screen yet, just please stay active in the chat. I'll make sure to keep you or get you back onto the wheel. And we'll be back in 3.5 minutes. And we're just about back looking at Andy's Journeys, and we're going to talk about this creator from Chattanooga, Tennessee. They dropped another super chat. They've done that countless times before, so much so actually they individually or single-handedly financed the creation of our beautiful Super Chat and Thrive Together stickers. So I appreciate that greatly. They've actually done much more than that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. Andy's Journeys is going to bring us to interesting touristy type places, as well as some hidden locations as well, to kind of have a look at what they are. I've got the latest video. I put that in my catch-up list so I can make sure I catch that. I hadn't seen that yet. And pardon me just for 1 second, because I wanted to add one more name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. M&T Living It is going to be added to the wheel. It used to be M&T Living and Cooking, so M&T Living It now. But I've got them on the wheel. Backlash Fisherman dropped a super chat. We'll look at his channel in a second, along with his wife, Coastal Water. Now, Andy's Journeys talks to us about being from Chattanooga, Tennessee, but checking out old touristy places, old history, as well as hidden locations like I was talking about. When we get into shorts on this channel, we see that this creator's gotten into 3,400, 3,700, won over 10,000 views, which is interesting to see. And then live streams on the channel are something they've experimented with in the past. We'll see if they're going to pick those back up, but you get an idea from the thumbnails on the channel the types of different places that they're going to take us. So hopefully everybody will connect to Andy's Journeys, push them towards that 7,500 subscribers that they're thinking about. Oh, and then for the Battles for Chattanooga, interesting. I'll be looking forward to seeing that video. And hopefully everybody will connect with Andy's Journeys. And next up is going to be Backlash Fisherman. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Backlash Fisherman is a longtime friend. This is Matt. He is a first responder. His channel features fishing first, but this creator takes us along his travels. And he's got shorts. He'll take us fishing in all the different ways that you can. He talks about gear and things like that as well. Shorts bring a little bit more variety, but these have gotten into 3,100, 3,800, 6,200 and beyond. And then live streams are where there's a big expansion in content on this channel. Lots of StreamYard panels with lots of special guests and friends, other YouTubers. Lots of family togetherness between him and his wife, both on their channels. They've both got ride-along live streams like this. They both do a series, either Cooking with Backlash, or we'll see Cooking with Coastal Water on his wife's channel. Lots of family togetherness between these creators, and it's wonderful, again, to see a husband and wife combo supporting each other wholeheartedly, even with separate channels, although they're on each other's channels all the time. And then monetize, lots of ways to support Backlash Fisherman, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Coastal Water, his wife, this is Mindy, and she has got Cooking with Coastal as a video series and live streams. Sometimes she'll bring us cooking videos, sometimes she'll bring us indoors, sometimes she'll bring us the occasional unboxing video or take us out on an adventure with the family as well. We get into shorts on this channel, more variety here, getting into 3,400 views and beyond, won over 10,000. Which is great to see. And then live streams bring us car confessions, which are similar to Backlash Fisherman's ride-along live streams. And then we often see these creators together, like I was saying, and then cooking with Coastal. It's good to see a husband and wife sharing responsibilities like that around the house and in the kitchen and everywhere else. So they've been long-time dear friends. They've been with Superchat for at least 3 years now, both of them, and 1,600 subscribers on Coastal Waters channel. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,700 that we know that they're thinking about. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Thank you again, Andy's Journeys and Backlash Fisherman, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Backyard Trucker is coming up right now. And then Coastal Waters getting close to 3,000 watch hours to be fully monetized. So hopefully everybody's swapping playlists with each other as well. We can talk about that. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Now we're talking about Backyard Trucker, and this creator is often featured with Marketplace Boutique. I think what I'll do is I'll talk about both their channels together because they've been collaborating a lot. It's great to see creators, building friendships and collaborating together and supporting each other so well. When we look at Backyard Trucker, we see a creator that will take us on the road. They've actually done really well with some dash cam footage. They've done some do-it-yourself repair videos on the truck, and then a how-to video here as well. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. Great that it's lengthy. You'll get a good watch hour out of that from me, and then you'll get shorts to look at here as well with 10,000, 12,000 views. And like I said, a lot of this dash cam footage is done really well for them. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well, and sometimes they're collaborating with Marketplace Boutique. I'm going to rerun this one. I don't know why the red line's not all the way across unless I went back to comment on it or my computer crashed or something, but I'll rerun that as well, and then hopefully catch you for another one of these live streams shortly. Now when we look at Marketplace Boutique, we see a creator that is running an e-commerce business. They've been doing that since 1998. They were looking for a career change, something that would let them spend some more time at home, and now they share with us the ins and outs of buying and selling, particularly online, usually with platforms like eBay. And the magic really comes in finding the right things to buy and sell. And this is where Marketplace Boutique and Jody is going to specialize for us. Lots of videos on the channel. She even takes us shopping to hunt for some of the things she buys and sells. And then shorts on the channel bring a little more variety, but these have gotten into 12,000, 14,000, 19,000 views and beyond. Live streams on this channel often are collaborating with Backyard Trucker, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon. It's been a week already, but it's great to see that you're both of you streaming so frequently. It's usually several times a week. So Marketplace Boutique, 1,100 subscribers, and I see both Backyard Trucker and Marketplace Boutique out supporting other creators all the time. I run into them constantly when I'm out trying to do the same thing. Let's spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Michael's Adventures is a longtime dear friend here in Superchat. He's been with us almost from the beginning, and it's really interesting here because Michael's Adventures is a popular name for a channel, so he's actually slid down the search results for me, which is shocking because I'm on the channel all the time. Michael's Adventures is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of 7 years, and he's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. He's done over 3,500 videos. Most of them are traditional videos with a few shorts mixed in as well. Lots of wildlife on the channel, And Michael's Adventures will bring us raccoons, deer, foxes, a lot of bird watching on the channel. Sometimes he takes us outdoors for an adventure, either a ride along like this. This was interesting. I saw this. I don't know why the red line's not there, unless I watched it on the other channel. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list there. I see I got a couple of red lines here, not going all the way across. Either I'm switching windows, or the computer crashed, or I went back to comment. But it's probably from switching windows constantly. There's tons of them here, you can see. So, but Michael's Adventures as well might take us on a adventure outdoors, where they give us a story to be told and a look around. But you can see what I mean. They post every day, every single day without fail. And when they're not working, they post twice a day. Always at 9 a.m. Eastern, often at 9 p.m. Eastern. Let me drop the link to the channel here. It's surprising that his channel doesn't do better with the search results, especially for me, connected to him for years, on the channel every day or two. And then knowing that I've watched so much of his content, why wouldn't YouTube know? That's what I'm looking for. But there's a lot to the search results. Some of it's based on geographics as well. Shorts on Michael's Adventures channel have gotten into 1,300, 1,600, even 6,200 views. Lots of lottery ticket scratching here, occasionally an outdoor bit of content or mini story to be told. And Michael's Adventures, like I said, is an unbelievably generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and one of the most supportive that I've met. Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know Jessie Miller will be happy to have that. She is an integral part of the Superchat family. And I've got her, yes, she's right there. I'll put her on the wheel right now. We'll look at Judgment Day Mike Harper in a quick second here. He's got two channels to look at, and hopefully everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures and push him towards the 1,400 subscribers that we know that he's thinking about as well. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Judgment Day Mike Harper. So this is a creator who typically wants to bring us a lot of DVD reviews lately. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I thought I watched this already. Unless you did one on the other channel, maybe. I'm putting that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. That's just a playlist I use to keep caught up or get caught up with creators. He's working on 500 subscribers. I'm going to get there any day now. Less than 20 needed to go. Lots of information on his About page, so we could get to know Michael Harper. He's got a second channel. I'll show that to you in a moment. Here he's got some shorts, 1,400, 2,100, and beyond. Live streams on the channel are frequent as well. Usually he's on a couple times a week as a minimum. And this creator gives us a chance to get to know them. Michael W. Harper is another channel that this creator has, where they do a lot more DVD reviews, as a matter of fact. So let's have a look at what they've done lately. This creator has got quite a few reviews on the channel, a chance to get to know them again. Some more shorts over here, getting into 400 views and beyond. And then live streams on this channel as well, where they're on occasionally. So thank you again, Judgment Day Mike Harper and Michael W. Harper, obviously the same creator behind these two channels. And they gifted a membership. They've done things like that countless times before, so we always put channels on the screen right away when that happens. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. They've got another movie review coming up tonight, by the way. So Ree's Blissful Connections is another incredibly supportive creator. We're going to look at her channel next. Before we do that, we're going to go for another break here, and that's going to be for 3.5 minutes. But right before we do that, I'm going to play for you one more clip from our podcast series, and this is a set of videos that are coming out now on the Tuberchat channel. One of them's already there. The next one comes out next week. These are conversations that have gone on for 1 to 2 hours in an interview style between myself and a few creators who've been friends of ours for years. Every one of them has long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that. Instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
All right, we're back looking at Ree's Blissful Connections. This is an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They actually support on all of my channels. I know a lot of people do, but I mention it occasionally because I really appreciate that. And just to give you an idea of some of the support you might expect back from a creator like this. Ree's Blissful Connections is somebody who has interesting content on their channel. I'm going to grab the latest video and put it in my catch-up list right now. But they are a professional educator and homeschooling mom. Now, they started with a lot of the content we'd expect on their channel, like organization and goal setting. Then, over the Christmas season, they got into a self-care vlogmas series, which was cool to see. Now they've gotten back into more homeschooling and professional education content like we'd expect. And they're posting frequently. As you can see, I'm having trouble keeping up here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ree's Blissful Connections. We want to push them towards the 1,500 subscribers. We know they're thinking about, like most creators, they've got variety in the shorts videos on the channel at 2,600, 4,900 views and beyond. And like I said, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then you have Ree's Blissful Connections. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream, and especially not like, you know, just sitting staring at the screen the whole time. I absolutely know we've got a lot of friends that run the stream in the background. We got people that like lurk, or, you know, either they're at work and this and that, but they just let the stream run, and I always appreciate that as well. But I know, like, you know, even if I'm in somebody's live stream, I'm either working on the computer or doing something else, or we got to get up for a few minutes here and there and things like that. So I appreciate every moment, but Ree's Blissful Connections has been incredibly supportive, and Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is somebody who's had her support increase over the last 3.5 to 4 years that she's known us. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And this is another creator that's tough to keep up with. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More has been posting more frequently as of late as our unboxing videos, and most of us have seen some of the subscription services that make their way towards Jessie Miller very often. They have subscription services for literally everything now. You can get makeup, beauty, snacks, socks, cassette tapes, magazines, just there's everything out there. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More will give us great variety on her channel. So she unboxes the videos in a very thorough way, and then as well she features the products that she finds in her unboxing videos in the shorts that we find on the channel. These have now gotten into over 1,300 and 2,200 views. You see snacks right there. She's got stationery over here, bath and beauty products, and other things as well. A lot of jewelry on the channel. So Jessie Miller Unboxings and More will bring live streams occasionally. These usually pop up every month or so, and hopefully we'll look forward to more. And then she's got giveaways on the channel. She collaborates with other creators, and she often premieres her videos as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jessie Miller Unboxings and More. Like I said, she's been with us for what I think is getting closer to 4 years now, but it's got to be 3.5. And her support for me and for us has increased over the years, as I've seen, which I'm incredibly appreciative of. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards the 2,100 subscribers she's now thinking about. And I'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel ready. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And Curmudgeon Alaska is up on the screen right now. This is a true off-grid homestead and Airbnb. And Curmudgeon, Alaska has now gotten on the road towards 1,300 subscribers. This is Rob, Sarah, and Zeus. They've got a brand new video here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list that's just a few days old now. They literally take us along their journey of building their Airbnb and homestead, and truly remote. I've learned already quite a bit from this channel. Like for instance, the flag stops that they deal with the train when it's time for supplies. There's no deck, there's no dock, there's no station, there's just a stop, and you have to be there at the right time. You pick up your supplies and then you're back to the homestead, often in the snow. We've seen them do it on snowmobiles. So they're taking us through the journey of preparing their Airbnb and completely off-grid homestead. So obviously lots to learn over here, like there are from a lot of our homesteading friends. Incredibly supportive as well. I see them out supporting other creators. They've been here in the Superchat family for almost as long as I can remember, well beyond a year, probably closer to a couple years now. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,400, 2,700 views and beyond. And then live streams on the channel. They're live every Monday. I try to catch them when I can. They're live, I think, right after Butler Family Farm. There's a few creators that go live on Mondays. And then I've got the notification on. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for the channel, and that's just making sure we catch each other as often as we can. Indiana Backyard Gardener might be a brand new channel in the Tuber Chat family today, but we've actually seen two newer creators pick up gifted memberships today. Let me get back to their channel, and this is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got 1,800 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 1,900 we know that they're thinking about. I'm just going to dig through their videos here. I'm going to grab the latest one they've got. You can see I've got lots to watch here. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Tuber Chat is that over time I get to know the channels, and over weeks and months by watching videos, hanging out in premieres and live streams, I get to know the content. And then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm always on Instagram, Facebook some of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,000 and 1,300 views, which is great to see. And then live streams are something that they've been doing frequently. Usually it looks like once a week or so. And then they've got one coming up on July 1st, which happens to be Canada Day for our American friends and everybody else around the world. And then Indiana Backyard Gardener, I'm looking forward to hopefully catching that live stream, but getting to know more about the channel. Hopefully my descriptions of everybody's channel, we know that they do, but hopefully they get better as time goes on. And this goes for everybody. I never say it, but if anybody hears me, making mistakes or talking about your channel incorrectly, I did that a lot of times for channels that I described as homesteading, just because they're so prominent in the homesteading community, but not typically homesteading channels. If there's something that I miss or something particular you'd like me to talk about when your channel comes up that I don't frequently mention, then by all means just reach out, let me know, because I always want to promote everybody the way that they want to be promoted, whatever you think will help you bring more traffic into your channel. M&T Living It, this was M&T Living and Cooking. They've just shortened their name a little bit, but M&T Living It are another pair of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. And when we get to their channel, we see they're monetized. One of the first two channels, along with Canadian Family Life, to be monetized under the new restrictions of 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers. So they have a lot of delicious looking content on the channel. I can see on behind there's a lot of family togetherness here as well. They got some other hobbies and things, but some of the videos have done well. These delicious looking shorts have gotten into 5,000, 6,000 views, one at 20,000, one at 50,000, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel are occasional. They just did one a couple days ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. I've got the notification bell on, of course, and like I said, they're monetized. Now working on 2,100 subscribers, which is great to see. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So now we have another channel that is brand new. This is the first time we're looking at their channel. Now, I'm interested to know, I'm not sure if they're still in the chat. I know not everybody can stay for 3 hours every time we're here. But Wacky Slots and Scratch Cards, forgive me for being mistaken if I'm wrong, but I don't even know if that channel's been in our chat before. So this is an interesting thing to notice because they picked up a gifted membership today. So we're about to learn, possibly, if they've not been to Superchat before, because they came in right after they got that gifted membership. The notifications are fantastic on those things. But I'm curious to know if they've been here before and I'm just mistaken, or if this is their first time with Superchat, because then we get to know whether or not there might be a possibility that memberships can go to a channel that has not yet been connected to you and just might be a likely candidate for your audience. I wonder if that's an idea. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, I'm going to put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch that video in full, I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, put the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 times a week or more, and we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. We'll spin right now and we'll get to Sweet Melissa, and this is a creator that brings us a lot of product reviews and product testing on her channel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So when we look at Sweet Melissa's channel, she lets us know on her About page what we can expect. But like I said, she's a member of a lot of product review and testing sites or programs. So she brings all of the products that she reviews and tests onto her YouTube videos. I'm just going to grab her latest one. It looks like a bit of a mystery box there. I'll put that into my catch-up list, but you get an idea of all the different types of things she's reviewing and testing here. Household products, bath and beauty, snacks, and household items. Shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 1,200, 2,100 views, went over 7,000, which is great to see, and those bring pure variety on the channel. Sweet Melissa's here with us just about every single day, and I think she might be supporting all of my channels as well now. I just say these things so that you know what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. At 206 subscribers, we know she's thinking about the 300 milestone. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards that. We'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to take one more short 3.5-minute break, and then we'll come right back. We're going to look at a couple fellow Canadians from Medicine Hat, Alberta. We'll see Mike and Rihanna's adventures. President Investors, making me laugh. Thank you for the kind words in the chat, by the way. I know I don't recognize everything that everybody says, even if you're, giving a thank you message or something like that. I do appreciate those. I read them, but I just try to keep going through channels at the same time. So I'm going to try to keep things rolling here. Don Southern finds Don has been added to the wheel. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are longtime members. They're from Medicine Hat, Alberta, so fellow Canadians. And we'll talk about their content in a second. So Leonard Mountain Homestead, thank you so much for that gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They picked up a gifted membership today, and it's great to see that sent back out as more generosity, of course. That's the story we hear most often about gifted memberships, is sometimes somebody will receive one and then they start turning around and gifting those out on different channels as well. So thank you for that. We've already looked at that channel for today, but I really do appreciate that. And if P&J's Homestead Adventure slips in before we finish, I'll look at their channel quickly. So Mike and Rihanna's Adventures is a couple's vlogging channel. And like I said, from Alberta, fellow Canadians. They have been friends of ours for as long as I can remember. One of the first, I used to call them a homesteading channel. They're really prominent in the homesteading community. They bring us a mix of indoor and outdoor content, but they're really bringing us adventures more than anything else, vlogs, and a chance to get to know this Canadian couple. When we look at shorts on their channel, we see that these have moved as well into almost 6,000 and almost 7,000 views. And then when we get into live streams, they are live as a series. Sunday Fun is something that's been going on for a couple of years now, and occasionally they bring a different live stream. Mike recently became a travel agent, so we might hear some travel content on the channel. A complementary channel to this is Rihanna's Life Adventures, where we get to know her a little bit better. Mike's featured, of course, but this creator will bring us both indoors and outdoors for adventures, cooking videos, and a chance to get to know Rihanna. And then shorts on this channel have already started to move into hundreds of views, and then live streams are occasional on the channel as well, so we'll be looking forward to more. We'd love to push Rihanna's Life Adventures towards that first 100. And then I'm never gonna remember the name. I gotta go back over featured channels so that we can feature the talk about featuring channels on the front page so they're easy to find. Storm Chasers WX, was that it? Pardon me while I just take a second to try to look for their... Here it is. Storm Chasers, Mike and Rihanna WX. I'm going to try to remember this because they've got a third channel. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. He remembers faster than I'm going to. And Diamond Art Queen, established 2020. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They're a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. Storm Chasers, Mike and Rihanna WX is a brand new channel where they're going to be bringing us some weather and some storm chasing, of course. Shorts on the channel have already started. There's Mike right there, and then videos on the channel as well, so we'll be looking forward to more. We'd love to get them on this third channel up to that first 100. So I'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Diamond Art Queen, established 2020, is up on the screen right now. This is a fairly new channel in the Tuber Chat family, just having been with us a few times before. They've got 60 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the first 100. I'm hoping to get to know the channel more and more as time goes on, as I watch more and more videos. They got a little bit of variety here along with the diamond art painting. When we get into shorts over here, we get into 450, 460 views. Those will likely continue to grow as they post more and more. How old is that kitten? I'm just curious to know, because that looks like a very young, I don't know enough about cats yet, but that's a very young looking kid in there. And then live streams with StreamYard panelists over here as well, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these soon. And Diamond Art Queen Established 2020 has been with us a few times now, like I said, so obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Shades of Grey is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I can't not already be connected to our Shades of Grey. They're here with us frequently. They might be on my channel, and I know they're on the... there it is, yes, because YouTube wants to misspell. That's one thing we've got to watch, is when we're in the search results there, especially for something like the Shades of Grey, which we would typically... you could misspell it with an A, or you could put spaces in there, and YouTube's going to kind of choke in the search results trying to find it. So it's something to think about. We just want to go that extra mile to make sure we're getting the right spelling if we don't find somebody right away. There's their link right there. Shades of Grey has 29 subscribers right now, and I'm just going to grab their latest video. They've just started. They've got a few here, so I'll be looking forward to seeing more of what they're bringing to us. And then they've got quite a bit of information on their About page for us to understand the spiritual inspiration we can expect here. Shorts have already started, and then even a live stream is ready to go, and if I'm not mistaken, that's tomorrow, so hopefully I'll catch you for that one. We've always got notifications on for everything we see, premieres and live streams, even though we've got the notification bell on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Dawn Southern Finds Dawn is another creator I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to have a look at their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with them, get another piece of content watched. Again, one of the reasons I like putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels. Over weeks and months I get to know the content. And if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way as well. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time. When we get to shorts on the channel, we see that these have already started to move into 400, even almost 500 views. And then live streams on the channel are frequent. And they, yes, are on, looks like once a week. So they've got one coming up in a couple of days on Thursday. And then another one the next day, it looks like, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, maybe more often than I had thought. And obviously lots of friends, because they've already got StreamYard panels happening. So not a surprise for a channel with already over 500 subscribers. And then I'm curious how their watch hours are, but hopefully we can help with that as well. We'll spin the wheel just for fun, and we'll see what's happening with Fairbrick Studio. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We've got Fairbrick Studio onto the screen right now. They're an incredibly supportive creator who's here with us just about every single day. And they also are not only incredibly supportive, but they actually go farther. They started their channel with some Lego stop motion videos and got into a lot of video gameplay. One of the games is Lego Tower. That's a game they got me playing, and then they started sending over help for that to help me go farther faster with that as well, which I appreciated. Lots of video gameplay on the channel. They still get into YouTube, or pardon me, Lego videos here and there. Lots of shout outs for other channels as well in a video format, and now they're chasing watch hours with a lot of like random ASMR type visuals and audio. So I'll grab another one of these, run it for them. I'll get into shorts over here, and you see that they've gotten into oh, pardon me, 17,000, 19,000 views on a couple of these. These still continue to move. And then live streams are an idea that they've experimented with in the past. So we'll see if they're going to keep those up or bring those back. I just want to show everybody something for a quick second here. So here's our watch hours on our copyright-free music channel. I've just dropped a link to that. So we're so close. Lots of creators here in the Superchat family have been helping. Of course, we're already monetized, but the watch hours are almost at 4,000 already. So I have to make some changes at the end of the month because the cloud service that I use for the music channel is ending. And then if you notice beside me right here, that's a new computer that's meant for the music channel, so I can take over and we'll decide what we're going to do there. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent here. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I know not everybody can be here every day or for 3 hours at a time. Scratch and PPA miraculously manages to do it almost 700 times now, if you can imagine that. So I hope everybody will connect with him. Thank you to our other moderators as well. We're expecting to be on Friday, but I can't be certain right this second. So the next stream will come as a pop-up. We'll try to get to at least 3 more before next Saturday, when we're going to drop the second in our video interview podcast series featuring Moz6510 Models, who is now close to 20,000 subscribers. So thanks everybody, and I hope you'll join us on our copyright-free music channel. You can come over and keep meeting friends over there. It's like a virtual nightclub. People trickle in and out of there all the time, and there's a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat, and we do link drops over there as well. So we'll see you over there. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.